Hey everyone, so today we're going to go through how to improve your product rating on Amazon. And joining me on the line is MJ, who is more qualified than me to talk about this. So, MJ,
All right, thanks, Shane. So, hey guys, as mentioned, we're here to talk about how to improve our product ratings. And without further ado, let's dig in. On Amazon, product ratings are crucial for sellers. And today we'll talk about how they impact your success. And we'll share a bit of a tip to improve your ratings. So, as you know, low ratings can negatively affect your visibility, credibility, and even lead to account suspension or termination. We'll cover strategies to improve your overall rating and performance to help you avoid these common pitfalls that can cause low ratings. And then first of that one is we'll discuss about the Amazon's feedback system. So basically, it operates on dual mechanisms. So first one is the seller feedback and focusing on the overall buying experience, and the second one is the product feedback. So this is specific to the item purchase. And then here, so yeah, as we all ask, what is the importance of this? So basically, boosting our product ratings on Amazon isn't just about the numbers or the numbers of star ratings that we have, but also the positive and trustworthy brand image. So in this guide, we'll explore strategies and approaches to elevate your ratings and enhance customer satisfaction.
and just to jump in,
Uh,
MJ, it's so true as well because having one product with great ratings looks good for
mhm,
all your other products as well. So it really helps as far as credibility and further expansion of products.
that's right. And as a customer as well, the first thing we'll look for a product is the ratings. So that's really important when checking out products on Amazon. All right, so without further ado, first one here that we have is the customer reviews. Um, Boosting our star ratings, our customer reviews involves turning negatives into positives. So we achieve this by directly engaging with our customers through the customer review page. So from time to time, we receive negative product reviews from customers. Um, One thing we shouldn't do about this is to just leave it as is, but we needed to reach out to customers for this one in order to turn it into a positive one. So how do we do that? Is by reaching out to the customer themselves. So how do we do that? Is by including these key elements for maximum impact. So first one here is empathizing and understanding. So of course, we needed to empathize with the customers. So we need to grasp the specific of the customer's concerns, make sure that they are really heard and we know how they feel. Second one here is a personalized solution. So of course, we don't want to sound robotic when talking to the customers, especially through email, since we cannot convey that much emotion through emails, right? So we need
Yeah,
to tailor our responses. Yeah,
and just one thing that I know we do and the clients do well, we recommend the clients is even if you have those um, customer ticket templates, customizing them as much as possible and exactly like you said, making the customer feel heard by like repeating back
that's
what they're
right.
saying in different words and so on. So yeah, even if you have that ticket templates, you have a doc for that, of course. Try and customize it like
Yeah,
you're saying, MJ makes it we see it making a huge difference, right?
yeah, absolutely. Of course, we also want to highlight improvement. So we want to make sure that not only we are making sure they are heard, but also letting them know that we are improving our products. So we want to communicate ongoing efforts to address issues and invite feedback post improvement. So also this might make customers, buy your products again because they know that we're also improving our products and also make them buy it in the future. Right? And lastly is follow up and appreciation. So follow up post resolution, expressing gratitude for the opportunity to improve and showcasing commitment to customer happiness. So of course, we want to appreciate the customer's efforts as well in providing the feedback, buying our products. Of course, this also can also gain some loyalty here for the customers by doing so. And you want to add anything here, Shane?
No, no, all good.
All right. And then, so as mentioned, this is the customer review page. So um, we have here the option to contact the customer. As you can see, if we receive a 3 to 1 star rating. So what happens is once you click that, you will have two options to provide a refund or contact the customer for clarification. So what we
MJ, do you
suggest
want to
is,
just interrupt? Do you want to open up the slideshow, like the slideshow press view you see on the top right?
yeah,
Just so that, yeah, awesome. All right, cool.
right. So as you can see here more clearly now, so you can contact customer. So as mentioned, there's gonna be two options. First one is to provide a refund to the customer, and the second one is to contact them clarifying their concerns. So what I suggest is to go with the second option, as well as sending another message so that contains all your personalized response, the empathy for the customer, everything that you want to ask the customer, and of course, if you want to provide any replacement, if the customer's issue is very clear. So I suggest you do that so that everything is all good and the customer will feel that they're really heard.
If you're enjoying the video, make sure you hit the like button below. Now back to business.
Okay, so moving on. So voice of the customer. So to enhance your ratings, it is also crucial to identify and address any issues with your product. So one of the tools we utilize within the Seller Central is the VOTC, or Voice of the Customer, and we highly recommend this for gathering valuable customer feedback. So usually customers leave some product reviews in here instead of the product reviews page. So we can see a lot of reviews in this page as well that is not reflecting on the product review. So by
Yeah,
analyzing and
often coming through, like I think Amazon's customer support as well. You know, when they're reaching
mhm,
out directly to Amazon, I know
that's
they're
right.
mentioning reasons, and they obviously come into the VOTC section. So there's more gold in here, at least from a um, customer service perspective, as far as improving in here, right?
That's right. Yeah. And we use this tool by analyzing and resolving most frequent mentioned product issues. So you can effectively mitigate negative feedback and improve overall customer satisfaction. So I mentioned that we analyze and resolve most frequently mentioned product issues. So later on, Shane will share a tool that we also use to analyze these product issues that we have. And then the next one here is seller feedback to product ratings. So this in this part of Seller Central as well, we also see some product reviews here, although this page was supposed to be for reviews for the seller. So, seizing this opportunity, we can convey our appreciation directly to these customers and gently ask them to provide a product rating as well. So, as you can see here, although this page is meant for customers' feedback to the seller, we can still receive good product reviews from here. So what we can do is to reach out to the customers and ask them to provide a product review as well. Uh, so one way of doing that is by clicking the order ID. So there's actually order ID with this one here on the side. So in this screenshot, we just had it hidden. And you can compose your message asking the customers nicely to provide a product review since they've already said that they've liked the product. And then last one we have here for the main tools that we use is this support review. So if you are responding to tickets directly via your support email that the customer has gotten from your product booklet or even through your website, so asking our customers to leave a product review is also a good idea. So aside from customers directly putting their feedback on the product review page, some of them will reach out to your emails provided on your inserts on your website. So that's a good way of turning the negative experience into a positive one as well by properly reaching out to the customer and addressing their concerns. So also take note that provided you don't incentivize the review, then it is within the TOS to do this. So yeah, just make sure you don't incentivize the review you're asking to the
Yeah.
customers.
Yeah, once you're just asking for honest reviews, then it's all good. Yeah, as long as you're not asking for only good reviews,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So
So those four are basically the things or the things we do in order to get more ratings or improve our ratings. And also, since most of them are from reviews, and we were talking about negative or analyzing the negative reviews earlier. So I guess, Shane, you will introduce one of our tools that we use in order
yeah.
to collate those feedback
Okay,
from the customers.
let me just share my screen if I can open this up and share over. Okay. Oh, all right, cool. So that was awesome, MJ. I'm sure people watching will be very happy with that. So let me just open up our tracker. So MJ's touched on four areas, four channels where we can one affect the reviews and get positive reviews, but also, as I mentioned earlier, where a lot of the gold is from a product evolution perspective, from a product rating perspective, because all of these areas can be improved, and in order to do that, you need some place to track it. Now, in my e-commerce company, we have products that are handcrafted. And there was a point a few years ago where quality control issues almost destroyed the business full stop, you know, um, in terms of getting such bad VOTCs that products were getting suspended. Um, so it was at a pretty crucial point a few years back, and I'll leave that story to in detail. It's actually a pretty funny story, that story for another day. But one of the things we implemented was this tracker here, and MJ led the way on this as well. So if you're enjoying the content, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below for future videos. Now back to business. MJ, I'll talk through this and you can let me know if I'm going through it correctly or you have a different angle on it. So what we're looking
Yeah,
to
sure.
do essentially with this is a place to attack our top issues, because all products are always going to have issues. There's always going to be refunds. There's always going to be some defects or customers are not happy. That's normal. However, what we want to try and do is find the signal from the noise. We want to look at the top issues and find ways of improving the products so that we can release, say, a 2.0 version or a 3.0 version, getting better and better the whole time. Now we've managed to do this over a series of, this is a long-term strategy. It's not something that's going to work in a month or a quarter even, but we've done this over a series of years. And our products, which were notoriously difficult for quality control, have got ratings now of 4.7, 4.8 in some instances as well. So we're really happy with where we're at, and it's a large part down to this. So what I would do here is list down the product names, obviously your nomenclature, and basically you can note down refund rates. Okay, so these are going to be your refund rate from business reports. So this is objective. Now, the problem with the refund rate is it doesn't tell us the reasoning behind it. We can only infer based on what we're receiving. And as MJ pointed out here, these are the areas where we're looking at the data. So we've got the customer reviews, we've got the voice of the customer, we've got the seller feedback, and then we've also got direct emails to your support. So when we receive these, we're noting them down in our product summary here. We're noting down the amount of issues we've got, but also we're noting it down in these sections. So now you would want to replace, because each product has a different like set of defects or set of issues, but you would want to replace these with the ones that are relevant to your products based on what your knowledge, and then note down um, each time it happens. So for example, if the broken product happened in this case, a lot of times what we would do in this instance is look at improving one, the product if it's a very consistent issue, or if it's the packaging, improve the packaging. So this is what we've done over the past few years. um, we've noted down all the issues here per product. We've um, we've then totaled them up. We've then looked at the issue percentage, and we've worked out exactly where the signal is from the noise. Um, anything to add on that, MJ?
Yeah, just to add, basically, there we can see the whole picture here on what seems to be the issue with our product. So also once we address those issues, for example, with a broken product, once we got um, a better packaging maybe or more secure packaging, then basically that issue would be gone as good, and we'll have lesser issues concerning that. Also, customers would say that this is maybe a much better product than the other ones if the other one is
Yep.
more often broken. So also that would lead to a higher conversion and of course more sales in the long run.
Yeah, exactly right. And we had an issue with our materials a few years ago, whereby the material we were using was too thin, and it kept leading to breakage. Now, we actually had said
Hmm.
this to our supplier before that, in the sort of 12 months before that, and the supplier didn't really believe us, eh? He didn't really think that this was the issue, and it was only
Yeah.
until we were like, maybe it's not the issue. If the supplier who is meant to know about the product doesn't think it's an issue, maybe it's not an issue. However, we went away and logged all of this, and again, this is a kind of an old school manual process. But if you're running this as I say, support manager, customer service rep, this is where you're going to get an intuitive understanding. So we noted it down, had the data there, and went back to the supplier and basically said, no, 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 like this is the issue. We since fixed that, had the materials made thicker material, and therefore the breakages completely went away. And we improved the products majorly. So this is where this can really come in, practically speaking, and make an impact in the long run. So so you'll note down the products, you'll note down the typical issues, and then you'd start, or your team would start noting these in here from the various channels. Once that is done, you can then have this come up populate here, MJ, in a graph form, just to really see where the main issues are. So for example, with this data we put together here, we can see the main issue in this product is a broken product. Now, other ones are maybe less of an issue, so we know to work on the packaging in this case, or let's say it was materials, or it was the length, or it was etc. etc. This is where this will start to be really revealing, and you can see over time exactly where, as I said, the real issues are. Because I think what you'll find is there's probably two, three, four issues that are
Hmm.
making up the vast majority of the overall negative experiences. When you solve those, you'll see a dramatic increase in customer satisfaction. And it's also a way of separating your product from the competition in the market, which is what we're all after, right?
Hmm.
Anything to add on that one, MJ?
Oh yeah, I just remembered. So not only we're addressing customer issues, so we're also giving losing lesser money because of course we're gonna have lesser refund rates for that. And yeah, good thing overall for the company.
Exactly right. You can do that through a number of ways, reducing refund rates, increasing customer satisfaction, better reviews are only going to lead
Hmm.
to positive things for the algorithm, positive things from a conversion standpoint. So this seems like an area that's maybe not talked about so much, but it's actually one of the key pillars to succeeding on Amazon, and really working with your supply chain to get this sorted out will be a big win. Okay, so I think we've covered the tool itself, so we'll share a link for that below. Um, what else have we got here, MJ? Do you want to talk a little bit further, or does that cover us?
Yeah. We do have some honorable mentions in here that I would
Okay.
like to share. So let me share my screen again. All right. Very good. So yeah, as mentioned, we have some honorable mentions here. So we can also do some post-purchase review. So usually this is done by a third-party app. So one example of that is Tellurize and Feedback Genius. So engaging with customers post-purchase on Amazon is also important for loyalty and satisfaction. So, as mentioned, tools like Tellurize and Feedback Genius can automate this feedback request email. So, what happens is that after customers purchase your product, you can then automate um, a process where you send a feedback request to the customers, therefore increasing the number of reviews you receive for your product, as well as, of course, if you increase your product reviews,
Mm.
then you know what seems to be the issue with the product or what parts are good for your product so that you can improve on those.
Yeah.
And
And just to add, like
yeah,
I think obviously I think we all look to leverage AI in a lot of places, and sending the follow-ups is important. But from
yeah,
a like understanding the customer's perspective, understanding humans' perspective, that's an old school process.
mhm,
That's something that comes down to skill and um, using these tools. We don't have affiliations with these, however, we have used both of them extensively, right, MJ? Using
yeah,
Cellarize more recently, but both work well for the purpose.
yeah, that's right. And of course, this strategic investment in customer relationship fosters trust, credibility, and a positive brand image for our future buyers. So yeah, I think that's everything that we have here.
Okay,
Mm,
awesome. So I hope that was helpful, guys. What I will do you want to just unshare your screen, MJ?
uh,
See if I can open up. So I'm gonna put the next video here, which is gonna be going through that quality control issue, or here, and it will show you the story behind that. And yeah, check that out. I know it's gonna be helpful for you and your Amazon success. For now, bye for now.
Bye guys.